What's going on, fam? It's your boy, Papa Swole. We're back with some more balls deep action. I know you're ready for it. Here we go. We're gonna put them in like we always do in 3, 2, 1, and it is toasty warm to... Oh. Yeah. Oh. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo! That's deep. What's going on, fam? It's your boy, Papa Swole, back with some more balls deep action. Thank you so much for being here on the channel. Make sure you like and subscribe, and remember to also like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell on the Daily Swole right here on YouTube so you can catch the live streams just like this every single day. We go into a lot of these topics. Just did so today on the day of this filming, so make sure you go over there, the Daily Swole. I'll put those links in the cards and the description down below so you can find your way over there. Love to see you. So this video is about a recent one from Jubilee. Never heard of this thing. It is a big account apparently, and Jubilee describes itself, or the company, or what they are about, as says, quote, "Jubilee exists to bridge people together and inspire love through compelling stories. We create shareable, human-centric videos that create connection, challenge assumptions, and touch the soul." Isn't that special? Isn't that just glorious and lovely? And there's nothing wrong with that, so kudos for them. As you can tell, they're probably a lot about feelings and a lot about feels, and you know how I feel about feelings. They're okay, they're valid, but you can't argue them, and facts trump feelings. So you know my opinions on the obesity epidemic, you know my opinions on fat acceptance and these movements that dissociate the health aspects and the health ramifications of being obese and move it more towards a social movement about being accepted and about not having your feelings hurt and stuff like that. So this is not to discredit everything in this video. This is not to insult the people in the video, but if you're offended, I mean, that just comes with the territory. The way this video was designed is you have a room and there's tape lines, and one of those lines starts with disagree, strongly disagree, or strongly agree, and then every level between. So you have 6 people. The person, the interviewer, the prompter, asks a question, prompts the group a question, and then they walk to the line whether or not they agree with that statement, they kind of agree, they strongly disagree, and so forth. I'm not going to go through each question, just a couple points about this video. And again, you can't argue feelings, so if one of these people feels a certain way, this is just like opinions. It's literally just opinions, but they're very consistent, and they're very consistent for a reason. It's a group mentality. I mean, this is a video for getting views and about the topic, but it's not effective. You just have 6 people that are voicing pretty much the same opinion about everything. They're just following each other. You can see what they're voting. You can see where they're moving. And I'll get into that in a little bit later in this video, because there's one specific instance where it just goes to show that how malleable and how socially driven human beings are when it comes to opinions, and people can't formulate their own actual opinions, and they just mold to the group or to the identity of the people that they want to be accepted by. So the group mentality is already a flaw in this video. Now, who is in this video? Of course, you have overweight or obese women and men, but you have 2 gay overweight or obese men and women. Where are the straight men? I have nothing against people that are gay, straight, lesbian, trans. I don't care. Do you, right? It doesn't affect me personally. I don't know why people get butthurt about that. No pun intended. But I don't know. It doesn't matter to me, right? You do your thing. I have gay friends. It doesn't matter. Okay. You do you. You like who you like. You dress the way you want to. Free country. You should have the freedom to express yourself. That's what I believe. But there's no straight men here. There's no straight men. Again, it comes back to the concept of like, where are these straight men? Where are they? Why aren't they coming forward? Where are the obese straight men? There are thousands, if not millions. Where are they in these movements? I don't see them. I don't know if they actually exist. So just take that for what it is. What do you think? Drop that in the comments below. Now, they go over the word fat at the beginning, and they talk about taking back the word fat. I get that. Black people did that with the N-word. You want to take the power back, and that's what happens when you have a victim mentality or a victim experience. If you're a victim of a sexual crime, I'm not an expert, but this is what I've read, this is what I see, this is what I've heard from people that are close to me. When you have some type of trauma, you a lot of times identify with your attacker, and you might even dress like your attacker, you might act like your attacker. It's a shield to protect yourself from the pain inside. You try to enact and you embody the person that held you powerless in that situation because you're scarred, you're traumatized. And I feel for anyone that dealt with any kind of trauma like that, but that's what a lot of people deal with. So to take back the word fat, you take back the power of the word that people used against you to hurt your feelings. Words don't hurt. Words, they don't hurt physically. They don't hurt physically. Sticks and stones, right? They don't hurt physically. So when we think about that, the word itself, what does the word mean? It's how it's used, it's how it's intended. You could say the word fuck in 20 different ways, it'll mean 20 different fucking things. You can use a lot of words differently. So it's the intent, it's the context of the word and the way you use it. That's why I get a lot of positive feedback when I talk about these controversial issues here on the channel, because my intent is to help people and to break out of this fucking zoo mentality that you have control, you have the power, you can make this change, but let's not ignore the fact that this is a real issue and we have to address it like a real issue. We can't just make it this social thing about not hurting people's feelings. This is real shit. There was one question about skinny people and thin privilege. And a lot of people in this video were talking about criticism, being criticized for being fat. Okay, that was one of the first questions, or one of the earlier questions before the thin privilege.
I've been criticized for my size. 3, 2, 1, go.
Come on, everyone.
Have you been criticized for being fat? Yeah, I mean, I've been criticized for being in shape. I've been criticized for going to the gym on a Friday night. I've been criticized for bringing my own food places. A lot of people get criticized for a lot of fucking things. You can criticize someone for anyone. It's literally you voicing your opinion about what someone else is doing. How many of you that are in shape, that work out, get harassed essentially at work when you bring your own food and everyone else is eating pizza and donuts and garbage? Oh, what are you going to do? Bring your own food? Oh, come on, just have a bite. This. People are pressured all the fucking time when they're healthy. So it goes both ways. Most people that are fit just shut their fucking mouth and deal with it. All right. We don't form a group about, oh, you're shaming me for being healthy. You're shaming me for bringing my own food. People that take care of themselves and are passionate about health, people that are passionate and go all in on any one thing usually get ostracized because it usually reflects on the other person and how they're not going all in, how they don't have a passion. They usually feel left out, that they have a gaping hole missing in their life. And they take that out as a retaliation with like, why are you eating that? Why are you bringing your food? Blah, blah, blah. A lot of you have probably dealt with that. So you could drop that in the comments below. So fit people are criticized. Fat people are criticized. People are just criticized. This is the way it is, especially when you put out content on YouTube or Instagram or Facebook. You're giving people the ability to voice their opinions back on you. Now, in the question with thin privilege, at 7 minutes and 20 seconds, if you want to go and watch this video, they all moved over towards, they strongly agree that there are biases in society towards thin people or towards people that are not obese.
Skinny people get more privileges. 3, 2, 1, go.
Oh, wait. I went the wrong way.
And I would have to agree with that, but not everyone was obese as they are now. So the standards of things like carnival rides or roller coasters or airplane seats, they're made to fit the average fucking person. But the average fucking person is getting so much more fat. And you can't fit as many people on a plane if you go by weight, if you go by how many seats you can fit. So it makes things more expensive. It makes it more expensive. If you can only fit 20 people on a plane rather than 200, you're going to have to charge a lot for those seats because not as many planes are going to be able to fly out and carry as many people. So supply and demand. I don't think the average should be obese. Why should we be changing how we make seats? Why should we be changing how we do carnival rides and all that stuff? Why should we be changing how we make chairs because people are getting fatter and fatter? We should be like, hey, what's going on? People are getting sicker and more sicker and sicker and sicker and sicker. Let's fix the problem. Let's not fix the chairs. Let's not make the airplane seats bigger. Let's fix the issue with why people need that shit. That should not be the average. The average is getting bigger. I said the other day, these shorts that I'm wearing right now, you might not think I'm wearing pants, but I am. Maybe. These shorts are a size small. I've never worn a size small since like middle school. These shorts are a small and they're not small. Like they fit me well. All the sizes are getting bigger in this country. So this one girl went to agree, and then she explained why she feels like thin privilege and, skinny privilege exists.
For me, since I am a dancer, it is the most annoying thing. Like, I go to auditions and I'm the only plus size person there. And literally, if you go to a concert and see an artist, you will never see someone that looks like me dancing back up for Chris Brown. All they care about is, sex sells and, plus size isn't sexy, which it is, obviously. But they can't get that, out of their heads, that skinny is the like top tier of like life.
So what kept you though from on the strongly agree?
I don't really know.
She was coaxed and she was suggested to change her opinion, and in 1 second she just moved fucking over. This is the problem. These feelings are not rooted in any fact. People are just so soft and just so easily pushed and swayed. She moved over just because someone mentioned, well, why didn't you choose this? Oh, let me just change my opinion right now on the spot in this fucking video. It just invalidated every other single thing that she said, every other opinion that she had. She's just following the trend. Who knows how the heck she got here? Maybe she works for Jubilee. I don't even know. It was sad. It was sad. I'm like, oh, this is fucking... How you can't even have your own opinion. You can't even stick to your guns. You just get swayed by the group mentality. And there's 6 fucking people. She couldn't even maintain her own opinion because it's not based in anything. It's not based in any fucking reality. That really pissed me off. I'm like, why are you just molding? Why are you just molding yourself to what that person said? Why can't you just have an opinion and stick to it? This one woman was talking about how people in society, she was in musical theater and she studied that in college, and that is biased towards thin people. It's biased towards people that are not obese. But she says right here,
Through college, I gained 65 pounds.
she says in the video that she gained 65 pounds through college. Sounds like something that she did to herself. Sounds like something that she could reverse if she does the opposite of drinking, overeating, whatever happened in college. Like, this is the type of mentality that is leaking over into this whole reality. And it's leaking into feelings, and it's like this Venn diagram of everyone having their own idea of what fat acceptance, obesity, because it's feelings. You can't make an argument about one complete like movement because each person's like a little island. Each person has their own subjective opinion, their own like experiences and their own aspect and their own basis of their own reality. It's called perspective. It's called subjective experience. So it's not to say that this person didn't have it rough and realize that the world doesn't give a shit about her feelings. She shouldn't have overeaten. She shouldn't have put on 65 pounds in college. It's called the freshman 15. Apparently it's the university 65 in this case. Yeah, if you gain a lot of weight, a lot of people, you're going to have more limited work. It just makes sense. If you're in musical theater and you're in dance and all this stuff, like I said before, I don't have to be attracted to obesity. I don't have to be attracted to a big woman. That's subjective. Some people are, but the masses are not. But the masses are obese. So we have this push-pull and we have this little kind of like conflict that is evident here as well. So just keep that in mind. This is why weight matters. This is why obesity matters, because it's limiting people's ability to move and to pursue their passion. Now, we have a lot more ability with social media to kind of branch out and make your own statement and do things your own way. But this is an example of something that was preventable, that wasn't prevented, and now is an issue, and now is a scarring issue that's a problem that is encapsulated in these feelings that's bleeding out into this larger issue. You guys know how I feel. Your feelings don't change the fact that you're not going to be able to move well, that there are really no obese older people. You have a limited time span. You're affecting your health. You're affecting the ability for this society to function because medical bills, because of the diseases and the issues and the immobility and the additional care on your family, friends, and on the medical system because of these problems. It doesn't mean that some people aren't just going to find their sweet spot a little bit heavier than the average person, but why is the average obese? And don't tell me it's fucking not. When 2/3 of the population are overweight or obese, that's more than half. That's the majority. That's the average. The new average is too big, straight up. It doesn't mean you can't be 24% body fat and have good health markers. How are you measuring those health markers? Whether or not you can touch your fucking toes, 30% body fat, whether or not you can walk up a flight of stairs. There are many more aspects than just diabetes, than just, hey, I woke up and I didn't have a headache and I feel good or I love myself. This is not about loving yourself. This is not about making you feel worthless. That's on you. That's not objective. That's subjective. Your feelings have no argument. That's why you can talk about your feelings all you want and pretend like someone's attacking your identity. When you go towards one of these groups, when you plant your flag with fat acceptance or health at every size or body positive or plus size, and you identify as that, any attack or any kind of counterpoint to that issue is an attack on you personally. And that's why people get upset and they dig themselves in more and they go from agree to strongly agree. And, and now they're part of the group even more. Like now I'm going deeper. I can't go back out because then I'm betraying who I am and everyone's going to ostracize me. So I'm just going to go in deeper and be more vigilant and more hardcore. And then it perpetuates and you get more and more of these extremes. So go check this video out. I will put the link in the description down below so you can watch it for yourself and voice your own opinion. I know you saw some clips in this video, but go check it out. What do you think of this? Drop in the comments below. Thank you so much for going balls deep with Papa. No hands, you ready? No hands, balls deep. Wee. Bloop. You like that shit? Remember to subscribe to the Daily Swole right here on YouTube. If you want to catch the live streams every day, click the links in the cards in the description down below. Make sure you subscribe, hit the notification bell, and I'll see you next time for some more balls deep action. Peace. I got feelings too. I'm a sensitive person. No one cares about my feelings. I'm just trying to help people. I feel so sad.